Let's adventure to 20 countries well known for their frightening roads. You'll be surprised that despite the danger displayed, people still continue to go down these roads. One of the most dangerous roads in the world is the Halsema Highway, which is located in the Philippines and crosses between Baguio and Benguet areas to northern Luzon, covering 150 miles. In the past records of these travels, there have been landslides, falling rocks and corrosion. Bus drivers have gone very fast down this steep road, and compact vehicles have a greater risk of getting into an accident or falling down the 1,000-foot drop. There is no divider at the highest peak, and when you add to that rainy weather and fog, then this road becomes a frightening place to be. In Bolivia, the North Yungas Road, known as the Death Road, claims over 150 lives each year. The road is 60 kilometers in distance, stretching from the capital of La Paz to Coroco. Prisoners carved the road out of the mountainside, which explains why it only has 3 meters of width and no barriers to protect cars from falling. One wrong turn can lead to a disastrous 600-meter fall to the ground. Known to be the most fatal highway in Taiwan due to its steep landscape is the Taroko Gorge Road. Given the narrow path, it becomes tough to drive down this road, and if another vehicle hits you or you skid, your car could possibly go over the mountain. There are several mudslides, corrosion, rainfall, and earthquakes that transpire along this road as well. This creates more difficulty to pass through while driving, and people are blinded by the curves on each corner. Situated in Roma, Norway, the Trollstigen is a narrow road with constricted turns that are designed for cars smaller than 40 feet. Bigger cars can't use this road because of the dangerous width of the path drivers have to travel through. It seems quite impossible to increase the width of the road given the location. The Norwegian government attempted to expand the roads to ensure safety and ensure mobility, but they are limited to very few options, especially with a road that has a vertical incline of 9% with a view that overlooks the mountain, making it quite a risky path to travel. The Guoliang Tunnel Road is located in Tianmin Mountain, China, and measures 11 kilometers in length. It is known for its change in height of 1,100 meters from the beginning to the end of the road. There are a total of 99 curves, and although the road isn't steep compared to other roads, it does have blind spots that conceal oncoming cars. The scenery can distract you from driving safely, and there are no rails to protect you from falling off the mountain. The Atlantic Ocean Road in Norway, also known as Atlanta Havesveien, has been rated one of the greatest places for highway driving in the world, but it can also be lethal if you're not cautious. More than 5 miles of the road is connected to numerous tiny islands, where you will also witness rough waves smashing against the shore. There is a great risk of drivers falling into the ocean since the roads become slippery from the endless waves. The Atlantic Ocean Road is nestled on the corner of Norway Road 64 with neighboring cities Molde and Kristiansund. The Patio Paolo Perdicaca Road is located in Greece and inclines to 500 meters without guardrails or indication of division. In combination with numerous crater holes and sharp turns, this road can lead someone right off the road, especially at night. There are also domestic animals and walkers that contributes to the road's heavy traffic. Visitors should be extra careful upon the 23.5-kilometer road. In New Zealand, there are warning signs along Skipper's Canyon Road that indicate the road is steep and you can fall. There's also a description of an insurance policy stating the car might not be insured beyond a certain area. The road measures 16.5 miles where only one vehicle can pass at a time. Travelers from the neighboring town Queenstown seeking adventure come and visit this area. However, drivers will need to obtain a license before setting foot in that area. In Afghanistan, This expressway from Kabul to Jalalabad led to countless people losing their lives every year due to the sharp bends and vertical drops throughout this pathway. There have been over 15,000 officers and their loved ones who lost their lives as they were captured in passage or simply slaughtered like animals back in the 1800s. Oh, and as if that isn't enough, the path is frequently guarded by the Taliban. In Egypt, the Luxor al-Hurghada Road crosses through the old city of Luxor and the Red Sea resort city of Hurghada. Travelers have been advised to use vision goggles when going down this road at night. Locals have warned others that there is a flock of rebels and defenders who attack travelers during nighttime. From the warning, some visitors have decided to turn off their headlights, which has led to accidents. Pakistan's Fairy Meadows Road travels 10 kilometers and is a gateway to the Nanga Parbat, which has the most magnificent view of the earth crossing through the Indus River all the way toward the Raikot Bridge. Unfortunately, the road has no proper pavement or fence to prevent cars from skidding down the peak. Also, keep an eye on rocks that roll down the mountain while driving, and bear in mind that there is no place for you to stop for a break. This hazardous road had little to no funding from the national government and was completely designed by the citizens of the area. In France, when you first look at the Passage de Goire, you would perceive the road to be safe to drive, but after you are a few minutes in, you would start to wonder about the waves crashing onto the road. What's even more shocking is that this 4.3-kilometer road goes underwater twice a day and is no longer visible at that point. It's best to expect algae to cover the road, making it extremely slick and dangerous to drive in. Even though this passage is risky, it connects the mainland of France to the island of Noirmoutier. The Stelvio Pass, located in Italy, is a road that's only open between June to September due to the ruthless weather in the area. The road is situated within the Eastern Alps, and it is 9,000 feet above the peak and 15 miles in length. Out of the 4 months the road is open, it's ideal to keep your focus, since one minor mistake or miscalculation can be fatal, especially if you're going over the speed limit. Ambushes by thieves, prostitution, and thousands of deaths make Brazil's federal highway BR-116 known as the Highway of Death. This road, riddled with potholes, dangerous lane changes, and unstable weather conditions, stretches over 2,000 miles. Never in view of Brazil's beautiful coastline, the second longest highway in Brazil is neglected and receives low amounts of upkeep, which led to its reputation for crime. One of the most inclined bridges in the world is located in Japan. The Ashima Ohashi Bridge, also called the roller coaster bridge, connects the two cities Matsue and Sakaiminato together. The purpose of the bridge's increased height is to keep traffic flow consistent and to avoid conflict when large boats have to pass through. The bridge is measured to be a mile in length, and it has an unleveled gradient of 5.1% on one surface and 6.1% on the other surface. Zoji La Pass, located in India, is considered to be the deadliest road located at the Himalayan mountain range. The dangerous road, situated in an isolated mountain, measures 5.6 miles and stands 11,000 feet tall. The narrow and tiny road connects the Leh region in the west area of the Himalayas and Srinagar on the Indian National Highway. The road is prone to witnessing snow and strong winds. This road has also experienced over 60 mudslides. One of the world's tallest roads is the Himalayan Road, standing over 11,000 feet tall. Overlooking a scenic view, the road embraces a barrier of the Himalayas mountains. The road was constructed with disintegrating mud and contains only one narrow dirt road. The dusty road connects India and Tibet, allowing for travel between the two locations. This road, located in Australia, doesn't seem to fit the scary category of roads with its smooth path, but it's actually caused numerous accidents, which is why the Eyre Highway is also called Slaughter Alley. The road leads to the most isolated areas of the country with its flat road, making drivers sleepy and sometimes causing them to crash. You will also find wild animals traveling along the 1,600-kilometer road. The Karakoram Highway is a passage that crosses through the mountains between China to Pakistan. Labeled as the Friendship Highway by the Pakistani government, the road has a deceiving name because it is 48,000 meters high and experiences landfalls and mudslides. At the Pakistan border, there are signs indicating drivers can relax since the slide area has ended, but another sign suggests using a 4x4 vehicle to cross that highway. The road travels through one of the highest mountains, including Nanga Parbat, which is recognized as Killer Mountain. A great number of people have lost their lives while traveling through the famous Sichuan-Tibet Highway. The highway is located in a very dangerous site that experiences mudslides and landslips, especially while people cross between the two cities. Due to horrific weather, it's advisable to drive carefully when traveling along this highway. The road helps connect the west and east, which measures up to 2,142 kilometers.